What is going on, people? If you couldn't tell by the title, I'm here for a different kind of video. If you haven't checked my video before this, go ahead, check that out. Fan request review, episode 2, VHS. Go ahead, check that out. But this, I'm here for a different reason. This is my Scream Factory slash Shout Factory haul that I've gotten within the past probably like 2.5 weeks. Last week, was it last week or the week before, they had a sale on their website, and let me say I got a few titles, and also within the past month or so as well. There was a few titles that got released under the Shout and Scream Factory title that I've gotten. So what I got here is I got a good amount of movies that I'm gonna show off, and some I've watched, some I haven't, but I'll show off what I had. This one I did a review for. Go ahead, check that out. I'll link it to here. And this is Blood-Sucking Bastards, again put out by Shout Factory or Scream Factory. Pretty much what this is a office taken over by vampires. It's kind of like an Office Space meets Shaun of the Dead, where the people start getting transformed into vampires, and pretty much the only guy that hasn't is pretty much, one, trying to save his girlfriend, and two, pretty much trying to take down the hierarchy of these new vampires that are now in his office. Definitely, if you haven't checked it out, check it out. I'm not going to go full out into depth in each one, but I'll kind of give you a synopsis of each. This one came out a few weeks ago. Definitely one I really enjoy. Definitely one everyone should check out. And that's the House Massacre. Pretty much what this is a reporter in the beginning. A reporter ends up going into this mental asylum run by Robert Englund himself, Freddy Krueger. She ends up going there, finds out that he's keeping these psychopaths in the ward that he's in, and pretty much every single psychopath kind of has their own backstory. One's a butcher, or one was a cook that would cook people. One was a doctor or a dentist who would screw with people. Each one had their own story, and let's just say this reporter was not what she said. She ends up breaking these psychopaths out, and fast forward a little bit, you find out that in this town they have this sideshow where they're pretty much dedicating this whole sideshow to these cast of characters, I guess you want to call it. But the people who end up trying to play them kind of get killed off, and the actual psychopaths end up at this funhouse, and all madness occurs. Definitely go ahead, check out House Massacre if you haven't. These two I bought at the same time. Older movies, one I've seen and one I didn't remember seeing. I could have possibly seen it, but these were, later 90s, early 2000 movies that I haven't seen in a while. But this is Disturbing Behavior, James Marsden, Katie Holmes, Nick Stahl. Pretty much what this one is about is this new kid moves into town and, finds out that this town really isn't the clear-cut place that he thought it was going to be. He walks in and you find every high school has cliques and everything, but there's this blue ribbon. Is it blue ribbon? It's the blue ribbon group that are these upper class, like higher intelligent kids that now run the school, but they got a little bit of everybody in it. And at one point, every so often someone new would join this group, and it's someone who was troubled beforehand is not now. And you find out throughout the movie that this blue ribbon crew might not be what they seem or what they're portrayed to be. Definitely Disturbing Behavior is one that I remember watching a long time ago, and then I found it on Blu-ray and I had to pick it up. This one I didn't know about. Again, maybe I did see it when I was younger, but I don't remember. This is Cherry Falls with Brittany Murphy, Michael Biehn, Gabrielle Mann, and Jay Moore. Pretty much, it's a small town called Cherry Falls, and years ago, something happened, and it was kind of kept hush hush until kids started dying, and it was not only regular kids, it's actually virgins. This murderer is coming and killing virgins. So you find out the backstory of what is going on, why this person might be after virgins, and let's just say by the end, there's a crazy kind of orgy going on because no one wants to be the one to die because of being a virgin. So all these high school people end up coming together to have this gigantic, pretty much orgy kind of deal. This one came out a few weeks ago. I ended up picking it up. It might have been like a month ago or so, maybe a little bit more, but I just picked it up a couple weeks ago. And this one is Sharkensaw Women's Prison. Yep, Sharkensaw Women's Prison. Again, I did a review for it as well. Definitely go ahead, check that out. I'll link I'll link it in the show notes or something. But pretty much what this is a group of girls, women that are in a women's prison, end up going into the woods to kind of clean up as a probation and as maybe to get time off or whatever. So they end up going into these woods by this bayou kind of deal, and let's just say they end up running into some sharks, river sharks, and then sand sharks, and then all this stuff. And let's just say this group of women now are in a race for their lives. Well, not race, but pretty much trying to survive by running away from these sharks. And it's kind of hard too when you got women in prison, so you can't trust anybody kind of deal. So it's them fighting and living, trying to survive not only sharks but themselves. Sharkensaw Women's Prison. Again, I'll leave the link for a further, longer review for it. But that's Sharkensaw Women's Prison. This one I have now. The next two actually I have not. Well, the next three I lied. I have not even opened, to tell you the truth. I got them last week and I still haven't had time to open them. But this is Over Your Dead Body with a nice slipcover. Again, I haven't seen it. It looks like it's I remember seeing the trailer. It looked pretty good, and then the pretty much it's all in subtitles, I believe. So if anybody has seen it, definitely let me know. This one I remember seeing trailers for, and I wanted to get it. Probably came out earlier this year, or maybe even late last year, and that's Hellions. Looked pretty cool. Where I think it's like something in her past comes back as these two young little trick-or-treaters or something. Again, I don't know the exact synopsis because I did not watch it yet. But if anybody knows, if everyone thinks this is good, definitely let me know in the comments. And the last one, I forgot where I bought it from, but I got it for a decent price. That's Prison. This is, I believe, a 1988. There it is, 1988 movie. It's got Viggo Mortensen in it. Aragorn from The Lord of the Rings. Don't know too much about it. It looked like a prison that was built on or not built on something, but a haunted prison that the prisoners start dying and everything. Again, I haven't watched it, so I couldn't tell you exactly what it's about, but that's Prison. So, like I said, within the past 2 weeks, to tell you the truth, I didn't really have many Scream/Shout Factory titles, but within the past 2 weeks, I've gotten a whole stack of them. That's the stack. So again, I do have a few reviews up, which I'll link the reviews on here. If there's one of these you want me to watch and then review, because again, some of them I didn't watch yet, and some of them I just didn't do reviews for. But if the other three you want me to review or sit down and review for you, definitely let me know. Definitely go ahead, check out some of these titles. They're really cool. I definitely liked them all so far. I really haven't been, upset with any of them. So I'll leave the link to where you can buy most of them. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this nice little update. I was going to say review, but didn't really review much anything. Hopefully you enjoyed this update. I'm going to try to do more of these, I haven't done it in a long time where every movie I pick up, I kind of slacked on that. I used to do it every week, but I've been very very much slacking on that because I've been doing more reviews. But hopefully you enjoyed this. Definitely give me a thumbs up. If you have anything to say about any of these movies, definitely let me know. Especially the ones that I haven't seen yet. I'll leave the link to the reviews of the ones I have. Again, if you're here for the first time, definitely go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and I do a whole bunch of reviews, so you won't be without content. If you have come before and you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? But definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Share this with your friends if they might see a title here that they might want to pick up for themselves. And like at the end I always say, I do have an Instagram for all these movies behind me. Definitely go ahead, subscribe to that, which I'll leave the link for. And if there's a movie on there you want me to review, definitely let me know. So until next time, I'll see you guys.